We're in Sitka, Alaska, one of the prettiest and fishiest places on Earth, on a self-guided fishing trip with Fish Baranof. We're with Austin Mosier, Steve Lynch, and Dr. Bruce. We could target salmon or rockfish in Lingcod, but we'll take advantage of the calm conditions to anchor up for halibut on our first day of fishing.
We are trying to get out here into this 400 foot of water. We got a mark here from last year that's right around 300, but all the intel I'm getting is the fish are a little bit deeper, so we're trying to move out so we get into about 450 feet of water, looking for a nice little flat spot there with a drop off next to it. Get our baits in the water and see what we can come up with. Nice flat here right on the edge of the deep water. Those fish are in those traveling lanes right now. They're moving through that deep water and coming up into these flats to feed, and they're kind of in their migration right now. And as the water starts to kind of warm up a little bit, they'll start moving up into the shallows, but a lot of guys are getting them a little bit deeper still, so in that 400 range, which we're right on the edge of it. Oh, that is nasty. How we sitting, Steve? We still?
You're 393.3. There's a flat right here. You're looking good.
We're gonna zip tie this to our anchor. Stinky. Yeah, so we got 600 feet of rope. We're in 400 feet. We're gonna put it all out, and we're gonna leave ourselves about 40 feet or so to let out when we go to pull the ball. And it takes a while to get it down when you're going that deep. Scent is what gets these fish coming to the boat. So we got a bait bag on our anchor. We got a double hook setup that we're gonna put down on the bottom with a lot of bait on it. And that's gonna create that scent trail and get those fish coming. We're gonna have 2 baits down, and we're gonna be jigging probably 2 baits, maybe 1, depending on how our tide is so we don't get tangled up. But we'll have 2 rubber jigs out the back with jig heads, and then we'll have 2 baits down and scent on our anchor. Okay, so we're fishing 400 feet deep, and we wanna get fish. So we're trying to get them every way possible, trying to draw them in. So this is a fish field light, and these things only blink when they get wet. They don't have a battery that'll die, and so the battery will die, but by having it just be water activated, you don't forget to turn them off or on and all that stuff. So good to go on those. Great lights, some added attraction. Okay, so we got a piece of pink salmon here that we're gonna put on, fresh pink salmon that the guys caught yesterday, and they so graciously gave it to me. I was very thankful to have a little fresh bait since this is our first day in town. So got a little belly we're gonna put on there, and that stuff works really well.
Trying to keep it simple. We're just gonna go with the butt juice, and then we'll switch it up. And one of the other ones, the garlic buddy tuna, but for this one, it's plain old butt juice. We've got a scent bag off the anchor chain, so and that's got made with salmon egg juice. It'll stay on the bay floor. It won't just rise to the top. It'll just milk out right along the 394 feet or whatever the heck we are. Yes,
going a little deep today, aren't we?
Yes, sir.
Got these ready to go. We're gonna put them down. We got the light, we got the weight. We're running 2 pounds of weight today. Okay, all right, so we got our weight, we got our electric reel here, and we're gonna send that thing down to the bottom. Hopefully bring it back up with a big old halibut on it. It's gonna take a while. Yeah, so we had these scent chambers that I made up real quick. You know, I couldn't find one in the right size that I really wanted, so just took some of that tubing, put a couple beads on the end, drilled a little hole in it, and it works pretty good. We did them a little bit last year, and they seem to work great. Added scent.
Yeah, I'm just packing it full.
There you go. Bang!
Yeah, you should take it. This is one of my favorites right here. So they call the 9-inch, I believe. But this is a fish catching machine. Perfect. Look at that. That's money right there. This is the tuna bait sauce. I don't know if you need this much, but I get it pretty cheap. So if a little's good, a lot's got to be better.
I don't know what it is for sure. He's hooked up.
Welcome back to Sitka, Alaska. I'm Justin Wolf. We're anchored and have lots of great scent and bait in the water, but we're still looking for our first halibut, which isn't always a given, even in a place like Sitka.
Oh, darn it. Not what I wanted to see, and I had the fear of that. I thought maybe that's what it was.
We have to go back. We'll put her back. This here's a yellow eye, and we're not allowed to keep him, so we'll use a descender and drop him back down.
You're going to send him back down to where he came from. That will help with the barotrauma. State of Alaska, you're required to do that, and always have a device, a descending device on your boat. These sequelizers are probably the best one I've ever used. It's a good idea to have one. They're not cheap, but they work really well.
Well, I'm hooked up. I have no clue, but I do know it's not a yellow eye.
Looks like a halibut.
Yes. All I know is I got ripped off. Everybody else has electric reels but me. So.
Come on, come on. You're tough. Look at these muscles. You got it. This is gonna help. There you go.
Oh, I lost him. He's gone.
Yeah,
That does make it better.
it does. That one didn't have the gimbal butt cover on it. I don't know why. It must have came off earlier.
It's getting close, so.
Why don't you wait for a minute? I see the leader. Hey, that's not a bad one.
Yeah.
Take that. Hey, chicken. Nice job, Steve.
Kill it. Woohoo!
Atta boy.
Start. Yeah, the trick to these is staying as close to the bottom as possible, but you can't just drop it down because it's a real rocky, snaggy bottom. So if you just put it down, left it there, you'd be hung up and lose it in a matter of seconds. So ideally, you'll jig it up, reel a little bit, then find bottom again. And like I said, it's a little bit of effort will give you big rewards. But ideally, I try to keep within, 12 inches to 24 inches from the bottom. That way, if they're swimming along, they just see it, bite it, and game over. The bait rods draw them in, and they see the jig flash, and they're moving around, they jump on in.
This first day, we hooked plenty of fish, including a big skate, but not what we were hoping for. But what a beautiful day on the Baranof Island coast, and everyone is excited about getting back at it the next day.
Day 2, we're going halibut fishing.
Okay, so we're getting ready to head out today. We are heading out through the channel. Yesterday we had a fun day. We didn't find exactly what we were looking for. We have a little bit of better plan for this morning since yesterday was our first day, and we're gonna go get after them. Here's something a little different today we're gonna try, and this worked really good for me in the past, is putting a little UV color to this these herring. This is the Badass bait dye in the chartreuse color. Gives it a little more of that UV down deep. Put a nice hook right in the middle of it, and put a zip tie around the middle, kind of help hold it on there. We're going down deep, so we want those baits to stay on. And that root beer color has been dynamite for some of the guys. We got a big old Oregon tackle, large size spreader. We got a Fish Fields light on it. This one's in red, and we just got that attached to a corkscrew swivel at the top. We're gonna put our weight on here. Here's our bait. We're gonna get it down there and catch us a big old halibut on that.
This is a yellow eye. So this is a J hook style, so we don't want them to take it and run away with it. When they bite it, we've got to set the hook and slam them home.
Keep real, don't stop. Whoa, that's good.
Thank you. Woohoo! I love that garlic. That's gonna be Austin's new favorite scent. Holy crap! Yeah.
Big one?
Yes, sir. He's taking your reel, going the other way with it. Boy, I sure like these reels versus just hand reeling them up.
And now you gotta start reeling. It's not orange. That's a halibut.
What?
Yeah.
There you go.
Almost had him. Missed him.
All right, fishing the boat.
We're on a self-guided trip with Fish Baranof out of Sitka, Alaska, and after a few adjustments, we have the halibut coming to the boat.
I can keep that one.
Right.
Little jig action. P-line squid's working. I see it. Little halibut. Nice stinger hook. He actually got the main hook, not even the stinger. It's hooked up. Cool. Right on. Putting some fish in the boat. Okay, so the beauty of Sitka, Alaska, when you guys are out here on a self-guided trip through Joel's operation, Fish Baranof, is your regulations are a little different than if you go with a guide. So you can keep 2 halibut a day. There's no real slot size. We try not to keep the really, really huge females, like over 100 pounds.
So Dr. Bruce has the biggest one of the day so far. It's tripping line. It's running them all over the place.
Yes. Good job, buddy. Nice, we'll take it. All right, we got our pile of fish here. I'm gonna get this one in the box. I'm gonna get him bled out. Move on to the next species. We just got done with our halibut. We're gonna run over here, see if we can find some lingcods and some rockfish. We're going to this rocky pinnacle out here on the Cape Edgecombe, and it's a nice spot. I caught a lot of nice rockfish and lingcod in this area. It goes from about 200 feet up to about 60 feet, so nice structure here to get them on. We're gonna check it out, see if we can find them.
First drop. Took all of about 30 seconds.
Okay, lift for me.
Back up. Woo!
Oh, come on.
Hey, Dr. Bruce is hooked up. Get him.
Now, Steve, don't just say, hope you don't lose him, okay?
Going horsing.
He's a keeper, 37 incher.
Oh, baby!
That's what we needed.
God, look at it.
Oh, yours is a big one. That's a keeper. That's a keeper.
Oh, he's just got that rockfish. All right, so we just got a lingcod. Dr. Bruce hooked a rockfish.
And Stevie hooked him.
And then, when he was reeling his rockfish in, that lingcod came up and bit it. And we got him in the boat and we got the rockfish as well. That's a twofer.
Two for
It's
Tuesday.
not Tuesday, is it?
No, but it will take it. 2 for Sunday.
Oh man, look at that.
Whoa!
Double on lings. That is funny on a shrimp fly. Woohoo! I don't know, that one looks like it could be close. Get a measure on him. Yeah, those are those P-line squids. That's those work really well. You know, we're using the larger size squid and it's been working really well on the halibut, and these littler ones are working good on lings too. That's awesome. Rockfish, whatever you got. Think I can do it?
Yeah, if you can.
Oh, he come off. The bottom one come off. That was the bigger one. That's all right. We'll get another one. Dang it. All right, so we just got back in. We got back to the dock with all our fish. These boats got great little fish holds in the floor. We put a bunch of fish in them. And then we got some great fillet tables up here on the dock. We got some totes we're gonna put them in. We'll get some pictures taken and we'll start cutting, processing the fish, getting them through into their backpack bags and into the freezers.
So we like to take the fillets, leaving the skin on preserves the meat much better, and that's easy once it's semi-frozen coming out of your freezer. to just take that back side off. It lasts a lot longer. And we dry them also with some paper towels. They don't have to be perfectly dry. But the nice thing about having them dry is you don't form ice crystals on the inside of your fillet. So your fillet tastes just like it came fresh out of the water. So a little extra work, but when you work that hard to catch them, it's best to get it done right.
Welcome back to Southeast Alaska. I'm Justin Wolf. It's a beautiful morning to target salmon.
So today is our salmon day. We are going out there to target salmon specifically and show you guys some awesome fish. We have been doing the halibut thing and lingcods and rockfish, and that's been excellent. But we need some red meat now. Okay, so we just came out here to where we came out yesterday, or day before yesterday, and we are going to chase salmon today. So we're looking for bait on the screen right now. We got out to the Cape here. We're on the contour line we like, and now we're just kind of searching for some bait. We're gonna get our rods ready and we're gonna get them down. We're going out here to target salmon today. We're gonna use a bait helmet on a herring. We want to get a little bend in that, so that's why we're using the helmet, so that we get a nice rotation out of this fish behind our Pro Troll flasher. Here's our other rod we're going to put on the other downrigger. These spoons work up here really well, and this is like a candlefish type of presentation, sand lance. They're eating a lot of this kind of fish. So we're going to add a little scent to it. I like to put scent on these, but I try not to put it over the UV tape. I'll put it on the back side of the spoon. And I don't want to change the color of my spoon if that's the color that's working. So I just put a little bit on there like that. And then this side's still nice and shiny. And that's how we roll it. I got about a 40-inch leader on here to a Pro Troll flasher. We're going to clip it in the downrigger. And that's going to imitate a bait fish. And we're going to get them. We're going to do this herring. We call it an up the vent herring. PG, very PG. So what I do is I put a bend in the fish, and I poke the herring up inside, and what that does is it keeps a bend in that herring like that, and then it rotates through the water. It's a great way to get them. Works on anchovies as well. I'm going to put it in his side right here, bring it out right there, and this one's going to go right through his snout, right between his eyes. There we go, just like that. We're gonna run that behind a big Yakima bait, Big Al's flasher, fish flash. This is an 8-inch model. And we got a diver in front of it, a dipsy diver. We only got 2 downriggers on the boat, so we're gonna put a little whiskey rod out the back, see if we can come up with some fish on that one.
Hey Austin, we got a lot of bait from the surface down to about 100 feet.
I got them at 50 and 60, Steve. I'll drop them down.
Perfect.
All right, we just went through some bait. I can see it vibrating on the lines on the downrigger and on the rod. And, hopefully there's a king in here ready to eat. Whoa, 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 hey, hey.
Did you want to slow the motor down to reel everything in?
Yeah, we need to slow.
Neutral it?
It's all good. Here you go.
Double, double.
Oh, that's a nice fish. Got him. That's a real nice one.
Splash 2, baby!
Woo! Double! All right, this one was a little short. They got to be 28 inches to keep here. This one was 27. We were real short on that one, but we're going to let him go. We got Steve's in the box, and we're ready to rock. Hey, that's a thick fish. I mean, look at that. He's a healthy fish. That's a nice Alaska king salmon right there. Look how black his mouth is. Okay, we circled back into the bait, going away from the sun in the general area where we caught the last fish, and wham, we hooked up again. Brucey's got a nice fish on. We're gonna see what it is here in just a second.
You got a lift?
It's in the
Nice
bag.
Good job, Bruce.
Thank you, thank you,
Woo.
thank you. Woo-hoo-hoo! Whoa, sorry. Thank you, Austin.
That's a beauty. Nice looking fish. That's gonna be a good eater for you. Now he's bled out. I'm gonna take the guts out of him. It's real important that you get your guts out of these fish up here. They have a lot of krill that they're feeding on. It makes their gut hot. So they'll get belly burn if you don't clean them out. So we're gonna look at him, get all his guts out. And we'll see if he's got anything in there that he's been eating. And then we can check and see what size our what size the bait is that they're eating, and we can change up our lures accordingly. But as you see, he's empty. All right, if this one's a keeper, it's time to go chase some halibut. We're really hoping. Ready? There we go. Woo! Nice work, everybody. Another Alaska King salmon in the boat, and that's going to be a keeper. Thank you. Nice job. Okay, so we just finished up all our salmon, and we got out here on anchor, and we've been here about 10 minutes, and we got our first bite, and about 15 minutes later we caught one. So we are getting into the halibut now, and hopefully it just keeps going.
Flash 6.
Hey, look at that Yakima Bay corky sticking out right there. The corky helps keep the hoochie kind of full so it doesn't go flat, and it also helps if fish nails it really hard, he doesn't just tear that hoochie off of there, because that happens a lot of times. So if you have a corky underneath it, it'll keep it from getting torn off the hook. So we got our last fish, got our last halibut, and what an amazing day it was. We're gonna bleed this guy out, get him in a box, get some ice on him, head back in with our limit of salmon and our halibut.